Nobody cares until you win. Read that again. Let it burn for a second. You see, when you're struggling, when you're broke, when you're lost, depressed, chasing dreams nobody understands, the world looks at you like you're invisible. They smile politely, they nod, they pat you on the back and say, "Keep trying." But deep down, they don't care. They don't care about your excuses. They don't care about your pain. They don't care about your sleepless nights. They don't care about how much effort you're putting in. And it hurts, doesn't it? It hurts to know that you can give everything you've got, and still, nobody notices. Nobody claps. Nobody cheers. Nobody believes. But let me tell you something powerful. The day you win, the day you break through, the day you succeed, they all care. Suddenly, the same people who ignored you start asking how you did it. Suddenly, they want to be close to you. Suddenly, they clap. Suddenly, they cheer. Suddenly, they believe. And that is the brutal truth about this world. Respect isn't given, it's earned. Love isn't real until you've proven yourself. Support is conditional. And nobody cares until you win. So what does that mean for you? It means you can sit here and cry about it. You can scream about how unfair life is. You can whine about how nobody helps you. Or you can turn that pain into fuel. You can use every doubt, every rejection, every sleepless night, every no, every you can't, every silent dinner table where nobody asked how you're really doing. You can use all of it as gasoline. Gasoline for the fire that says, "I will win." Think about your life right now. Think about how many times you've been overlooked, the jobs you didn't get, the opportunities you missed, the people who promised they'd be there but weren't. Think about those nights where you stared at the ceiling, wondering if your life would ever change, wondering if all the effort is even worth it, wondering if you should just quit. And then realize this: every single person who's ever achieved something great went through the same lonely nights, the same doubts, the same rejection. The only difference? They didn't quit. Nobody cared when Elon Musk slept on the floor of his office. Nobody cared when Oprah was fired from her first TV job. Nobody cared when J.K. Rowling was broke, living on welfare, rejected by dozens of publishers. Nobody cared when Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. Nobody cared when Steve Jobs was kicked out of the company he built. But now, everybody cares. Why? Because they won. So if you're waiting for support, stop. If you're waiting for someone to believe in you, stop. If you're waiting for approval, stop. Because the truth is, you don't need it. What you need is to look in the mirror and believe in yourself louder than the world doubts you. You need to remember that you don't have to explain yourself. You don't have to justify your grind. You don't have to convince anyone. You just have to win. Because winning changes everything. Winning makes the same people who doubted you pretend they were cheering for you the whole time. Winning makes silence turn into applause. Winning makes loneliness turn into attention. Winning makes pain into pride. But here's the question. Do you want it bad enough? Do you want it bad enough to be uncomfortable? Do you want it bad enough to be laughed at? Do you want it bad enough to be broke, tired, rejected, and still keep going? Do you want it bad enough to be the only one who sees your vision when the whole world is blind to it? Because if you don't, then quit now. Quit now and save yourself to heartache. Quit now and join the crowd of almosts, what ifs, and I could have beens. But if you do, If something inside you is screaming that you can't quit, that you won't quit, that no matter what it takes, you will fight, crawl, bleed for this, then good. That's the fire you need. Because life doesn't give you what you want. It gives you what you demand. It gives you what you're willing to work for. It gives you what you refuse to quit on. And let me tell you, when you finally win, when you finally break through, when you finally see your dreams become real, you won't just prove them wrong, you'll prove yourself right. Imagine that moment. Imagine standing in the place you once dreamed of. Imagine holding the keys, signing the contract, walking across that stage, seeing the people who doubted you now clapping their hands raw. Imagine the tears in your eyes when you finally whisper to yourself, "I did it." That moment is real. It's not just for other people. It's not just for the rich, the lucky, the gifted. It's for you, if you don't quit. But let me be clear, winning doesn't mean trophies or fame or millions in the bank. Winning means keeping the promise you made to yourself. Winning means turning your pain into strength. Winning means refusing to let life break you. Winning means becoming the best version of yourself no matter what it costs. And when you do that, the world notices. So stop waiting for someone to clap for you. Clap for yourself. Stop waiting for validation. Validate yourself. Stop waiting for someone to tell you you're enough. Tell yourself every day that you are more than enough. And then go out there and prove it. Listen, your excuses won't matter in 5 years. Your pain won't matter in 5 years. But what will matter is whether you fought through it, whether you kept going when it was easier to quit, whether you turned your someday into today. Nobody cares until you win. But when you do, the same people who doubted you will act like they always believed. That's how the world works. So stop crying about who's not supporting you. Stop whining about who's not noticing you. Stop begging for love, attention, approval. Go out there and win. Win for your family. Win for your future. Win for that little kid inside you who once believed in impossible dreams. Win for the nights you cried, the mornings you dragged yourself out of bed, the times you almost gave up but didn't. Win because life doesn't hand out sympathy. It hands out rewards to those who refuse to quit. So promise yourself today this: no matter how long it takes, no matter how hard it gets, no matter how many times you fail, you will not stop. You will fight, you will grind, you will rise, and you will win. Because the truth is, nobody cares until you win. So win.